Yes. Taylor?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Van Sickle?
Yes.
Okay, before we approve the agenda, in the interest of convenience, I am going to hand this meeting over to Vice President Van Sickle, please.
Having said that, do you have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make the motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Britton?
Yes.
Merritt?
Yes.
Sorry. Taylor?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Van Sickle?
Yes. So moving on to action items, elementary remodel.
Yeah, so for tonight, our public hearing, it's a public hearing and there's some resolutions and actions that the board need to do. There's 3 specific items that need to take place. I think the first one would be that public hearing. So, Melissa, did you receive any write-ins?
No written comments.
So I will open the floor for a public hearing on the plan specification, form of contract, and estimate of total cost of the Ogden Community School District Elementary Remodel Project. Not hearing any individuals that wanted to speak, I will close the hearing. Is that how that works?
Yep.
Okay. Moving on to the resolution to adopt plans.
Yeah, so with that, Jesse and Rochelle were here on June 8th, and they presented information, and you guys tentatively approved that. Now tonight is really the formal approval after the public hearing. So it would be action to approve what was presented to you guys on June 8th.
Any other?
And we do have Rochelle here, so I mean, if there's specific questions to FRK, they can go ahead and share that information with you as well.
Michelle, do you have any 2 cents worth at this point? Uh-oh, muted.
You're muted.
We can't hear you, Rochelle.
Thank you. I was just going to say we had a great bid showing, 10 bidders, which is a pretty good bid field. They were all fairly tight numbers, as you can see. And yeah, I think it was a pretty successful bid on that end of things.
Does anyone have any questions of adopting the plan specs, form of contract, estimating total costs?
I just wanted to ask, and it might not be this one, it might be the next bullet point, as far as the alt bid.
I'm going to dive deeper into that on the next action
That's why I
item.
didn't want to.
Yep. So I'll speak to that, and then also Rochelle can interject as well. So hold that thought.
Yep.
I assume there were no major changes from what we saw. Okay.
Yep.
Then I'm going to motion to approve the resolution adopting the plan specifications, form of contract, and estimated total cost of the Ogden Community School District renovation to Ogden Elementary project.
I will second it.
Britton?
Yes.
Merritt?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Van Sickle?
Yes. Okay, moving on to the third item, resolution making award of construction contract.
I'm going to hand you guys 2 documents. I also sent these to you electronically Friday so that you guys had a chance to at least preview them. But I'll be able to reference them and have a deeper conversation with you this evening for this. I'm going to probably bounce back and forth between both, so I'll try to be crystal clear on which one I'm referring to. But if we get confused in the numbers, by all means, just kind of pause and ask me to stop and clarify. I'm going to start with the one that is it says project description, and it also has a green portion on it. So I'm going to backtrack to March. The board approved the issuance of a PEPAL note, and that PEPAL note was in that dollar amount that you guys see in that subtotal, at $4.9 million. There was bonding, underwriting fees, etc. You guys can see that amount, and then you can simply see kind of on the ledger where that ended up taking us down to. The middle school, high school parking lot is probably 90% done. We went ahead and accepted bids, and if you guys remember, we accepted a base bid and an alt bid, and there were engineering fees from Bishop Engineering in there. We also are receiving some bills right now for like their testing compaction, they're testing the concrete, those types of things, just to make sure that it's withstanding the specifications that are outlined by Bishop Engineering. So that 1.5 million that you see there actually has a $100,000 buffer in it, just because the bid is the bid. Like, that's not going to change from Homeboy Enterprise, but we are just seeing some slight additional costs with the testing, etc. So you can see then that we've gone ahead and gone from the 4.759 minus the 1.576, et cetera, for the parking lot, gives us a remaining balance of just over $3.1 million, leading into the bidding process for the elementary renovation. Does everybody kind of understand where I'm at so far? Okay, so now I want to go ahead and talk about Tuesday. Tuesday, we went ahead and opened up bids at 2 o'clock, and it was a packed house. We had great interest in our elementary renovation project. We ended up accepting or opening 10 bids. Of those bids, what I've done is I gave the contractor's name on that document, and I presented to you what their base bid was. You can see down below where FRK had an estimate on what they thought. So you can see that bids came in slightly higher than what FRK had anticipated, but not by a huge amount. I think that they were estimated about 2.3, and the lowest bid was at 239. So we also had an alt bid. Alt 1 was basically, do we cool off the gymnasium as we are already cooling off the lower space? In base bid 1, it is putting the equipment to allow for that. It would simply be the additional alt 1 is taking it and actually bringing that cooling to that gymnasium. So you can see where those alt bids were, and then I went ahead and ordered if the board was able to accept just the base bid, or they wanted to move forward and accept the base plus the alt bid. You can see those costs in there. That is the bid cost. Now, there is also additional fees such as furniture, technology, design fees, contingency fees, etc., etc. So I want to reference, now that I've kind of explained that, I want to go back to that first document we started. I went ahead and put in the low bid of 2.39 plus all of those other additional fees that I kind of earmarked down below, design, contingency, furniture, technology, and it would be a 3.136, etc. That gives us $47,000 remaining, and we also are going to be doing a preschool entrance security. We are not working with FRK to do that. Billy is actually taking the lead and working with some contractors that we've used before. I estimated high. I think that we're going to probably be able to do that reality probably around 12 to 15,000, but I just wanted to make sure that we had enough wiggle room there. That means that if everything goes in, we have about $27,000 left over in the PEPL note to be able to do all these projects. I think right now the decision is pretty clear that we can't approve alt 1. My recommendation is not to approve it at this time because we would exceed the amount of PEPL note that we have. Now, fast forward, a year and a half and the project is complete. Things go out extremely well. We don't buy as much furniture as we anticipated. Technology comes in a little bit less, maybe some contingency fees, and we have a remaining balance. In that PEPL note, we have to identify exactly how we're going to be using these funds. And they were simply the parking lot, elementary renovation, and if there was any remaining amount, we could use it for maybe like a sample model room here at this campus. If we were to have money, I think that's when I come to the board and say, do we want to do the model room here, or do we want to finish that gymnasium and bring that cooling at that time? Honestly, I wanted to bring the cooling to the gymnasium. I think it would be a value added to our programming. I think it would be great for our community. But I just, in good faith, cannot tell the board, let's exceed what the PEPL note is. So any questions with that? And really, my recommendation to you guys would be to accept that base bid, reject the alt one for the simple fact of money is getting tight on that Pebble note until we get further down the line.
I agree.
That was very helpful.
Does that make sense, kind of, on the rationale for the decision and where we're going?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Rochelle, did I miss anything that's critical?
No, I think you described that very well. I think that made absolutely the same sense that it was said. So, yep.
Any questions, comments? Kelly?
Thumbs up.
Okay, I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution making award of construction contract for the Ogden Elementary renovation project to RH Gravow Construction for $2,390,000.
Britton. Merritt.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Vansickle.
Yes. I guess motion to.
Yeah, that was the intent of the special meeting. I appreciate you guys coming. And I'm excited about this project. I'm really looking forward to getting going. This has been something that we've been working on as a board and with FRK for quite a while. So I'm excited that we actually are going to be awarding a contract and moving forward and hopefully starting that demolition as early as here in August. So thank you guys.
And I like it. It's a fairly local.
I was gonna say, this is like the great out of Boone.
Yeah, Gravow Boone is going to be the one
Wait,
that
I
you
need a
guys
motion
just.
to adjourn.
I have no solution.
I will second that.
Britton.
Yes.
Merritt.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Vansickle.
Yes.
Okay.
Very well.